Hey champ, thanks for tuning in. Today, I'll be breaking down the balance sheet and why this basic financial concept is extremely important to understand when building wealth. At its core, the balance sheet is a financial report card which summarizes the financial health of a business or individual at a specific point in time. The balance sheet has three main components. They are assets, liabilities, and equity. Let me explain each of these components. Assets are things that you have. For example, if you bought a lemon tree would be an asset. Or if you borrowed an apple tree, that would also be an asset. These are your assets which you have, as you have control over them and you can make decisions on how to use them. A liability is a debt, which is an IOU. This is something you've borrowed from someone else and promised to return. This is like the apple tree, which you've borrowed from someone else and have to return at some point. And equity, which is what you truly own. Equity is what's left after you remove anything that you owe or have borrowed from someone else. This is like the lemon tree, which you bought. The lemon tree is truly yours as you don't owe it to anyone else. So in this example, if we make a table and list out all the assets on the left-hand column as per convention. So the assets of the lemon tree and the apple tree would go on the left, and on the right-hand column as per convention, we'd have liabilities, which is an IOU of the apple tree, and then we would have the lemon tree below in the equity section. This table represents the balance sheet. This simple formula, assets equals liabilities plus equity, is the balance sheet. On the left-hand side, you have the assets, and on the right-hand side, you have the liabilities and equity. As represented by the name, it's a report which balances the three components. This simple formula is very important to understand as it shows the financial health or position of a business or individual at a specific point in time. It shows how much debt a business or individual have compared to equity. It also shows the size of the business with the value of the total assets. For completeness, there are also subcategories for assets and liabilities. That is current and non-current, which is short-term and long-term. This example has the additional categories. So in the previous example, it was very simplified to get the main concept through of the formula. Assets equals liabilities plus equity to represent the balance sheet. For a business, the balance sheet is a snapshot of the financial health at a particular point in time. On the left-hand side, you have assets, which is everything the company owns, like cash, equipment, and inventory. On the right-hand side, you have liabilities, which is what the company owes, like loans or bills. And finally, then there's equity, which is the owner's share after subtracting the liabilities from the assets. Again, it follows the formula assets equals liabilities plus equity. This helps stakeholders understand the company's financial position. A stakeholder is anyone with a financial interest in the business, such as debt holders, equity holders, suppliers, employees, and even competitors. The balance sheet can aid stakeholders to understand whether the business is achieving its financial objectives, how it's tracking, and how competitive it is in comparison. This balance sheet example has the common components that many businesses would have. For simplicity, I'm going to focus on the main formula, assets equals liabilities plus equity. The extra detail is there just for reference, but not required to understand the main concept. For individuals, the balance sheet is a snapshot of your financial health. It shows you what you have, what you owe, and what's left over, or what you truly own. This helps you understand where your money is, how much debt you have, and how much is truly yours. Knowing this will allow you to make smarter financial decisions to grow your wealth over time. You'll be able to easily answer the following questions and make more informed financial decisions, such as, should you pay off more debt to increase your equity? Do you have enough capacity to increase your assets with more debt? Or do you have enough equity in your current financial position? And are you on track to achieve your financial goals? And what do you need to do to make these goals happen? It's like having a map which guides you towards your financial goals. By slightly changing the original formula, you can calculate your net worth. The formula is assets minus liabilities equals equity, or your net worth. This change formula can help individuals understand their current financial position. So, the balance sheet is a core financial statement which helps summarize a business or individual's financial health or position at a specific point in time. The key concept is the formula assets equals liabilities plus equity. For businesses, it helps stakeholders or anyone with an interest in the business to understand the company's financial position at a specific point in time. They can use the information to evaluate how well the business is performing to achieve its financial goals or objectives. For individuals, you can use the balance sheet concept to calculate your net worth. You can use the amended formula assets minus liabilities equals your net worth by simply rearranging the balance sheet formula. Again, individuals can use the balance sheet concept to help with tracking your financial health or position, which will then help you make better decisions on what can be done next to achieve your financial goals and to build your wealth. Thanks for your time and attention, and until next time, keep being a champ in your financial journey. Cheers.